A DeSoto art teacher says she's working her dream job. Meet this month's top-notch teacher, Meg Buckner.
And now, Top Notch Teacher, presented by WKBT and these proud sponsors.
Meg Buckner is the art instructor at Stoddard and Prairie View Elementary. And though she didn't start out her career being a teacher, art has always been a part of her life.
I've never not done art. I've done art probably every day of my whole entire life in some way. When you're an artist, you have to do art.
But when the option to teach arose, she didn't pass up the opportunity.
I love little kids, and I want to teach little kids, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So I applied for the job, and I interviewed for the job, and I didn't get it.
But fate intervened.
The teacher that they hired, quit. So they called me on, and they're like, hey, do you think you'd still like that job?
And it's become her dream.
And I love creating art with children, and I love seeing them create art and get excited about what they're doing and make something that they're really, really proud of. And just watching their imaginations fire up is 100% a dream job.
She never does tell us that we're doing something wrong. It's always like, okay, you can do this, or you can just keep on going with what you're doing. I guess she just really trusts art and basically trusts all the kids in the class too.
It's that trust, not only in art, but in the kids, that makes all the difference.
Art makes you think differently. It's creative and it's imaginative, and it doesn't necessarily have one right answer, and it doesn't have one way that things are supposed to look, and it doesn't have one road to get there. 2 + 2 is always going to equal 4, but if I need you to get 4 in art, I don't care how you get there. I mean, you're going to create your own 4, and it might be a sculpture, and it might be a weaving, and it might be a picture, and it might be abstract or whatever. It's their own.
A lesson not lost on her students.
I guess when I started first making art, I was like, well, this is exactly what she's doing. I better just do that, otherwise I'm going to screw up. But now I would have started over before if I was back in, I don't know, first grade. I would have been like, oh my gosh, I screwed up. I better restart because this is not what Miss Buckner's looks like. But I just kept it because, it looked cool.
Confidence not only in art.
Usually the confidence that they've built, and not just in art, I mean the confidence in themselves to be able to go on.
A nurturing environment, and of course, a clean classroom.
I think it is just fine, and my art room is always messy, and that just means that we're creating. Ask my poor janitors. I have to give them beer sometimes because I make such a mess.
Meg Buckner, truly a top-notch teacher.